Hi, I had the idea to make some beats on the motorcycles. I've been working on writing some form of album, EP, something, something, I don't know, using my current live setup. But I haven't done a lot of just stuff with the motorcycles, so let's see what I can come up with. So I've got the init. This is just the default here. I'm feeling something ambient with the motorcycles. So let's see where to start. I think I want some chords. So I've got the chord patch here. Let's go with something kind of dreamy. Ooh. No, not quite. I like that one. Alright, so let's go with this chord. And it's a minor 7 sharp 5. And we're just gonna set this to go for 16 bars. Okay, let's see what else we got. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have the LFO modify the color here, just to give it some, because the color knob on the chord pattern patch, it affects the inversion of the chord, and so we can get some really cool kind of dreamy sounds with this. I love that already. And then I think I'm gonna go with creating some more chord variation on these other pages. So let's just go with a nice, let's see. Not sure how I feel about that one. I'm just kind of going off ear. I'm not really going to think too much about the theory behind it because that's a lot of work. But I like that. All right. Okay. No, not quite. I've actually got a different idea. No, still don't like that one. sus2. Let's see what a sus2 sounds like. Still not. And I actually want this one on the last one, and I want this one to go there. So now what I'm doing is I've got the same 2 chords for the first 2, and I've got 2 different chords for the last 2, just to create kind of just a decent pattern. I don't know. I'm kind of going off here. Maybe I should have thought about this more before recording, but it's fine. It's fine. Still not how. Let's try 7 sus 4. Ooh. All right, and let's get the sound right now. Let's see what the punch one does. Give it a bunch of reverb. Let's give it some more delay time, a little more feedback. Just trying to find the right spot. Let's see. I think that's it. Okay. So now I've got the underlying chords done. I might soften this out a little bit, put this right in the middle. Put some more contour on it just to make it a bit softer. Let's get a bass. Now for bass sounds, I switch between using the tone and the kick. It just kind of depends of what I want to go for. The kick sound tends to give me a little bit more of a gritty sound, so let me display that here. I like to do an octave up just to listen to it, make sure I'm getting notes right. I like to go pretty high on the color, just to give it some more higher end so you can actually hear it, especially if you don't have like good headphones. And then right around 70, it gets some nice grit in there. Actually, I'm gonna turn this one up a little bit. I want to turn the bass down a little bit here. Okay, cool. So what have we got? We've got a bunch of C chords basically, just variations of C. But I don't want it too gritty for an ambient type thing. We're gonna give it some reverb. We're gonna turn the pitch back down. I want it to be very subby. And we're just gonna do long held out notes for C. C. There it is for 16. There we go. Get some punch maybe. Some more contour. Turn this down just a little bit. No sweep. All set. Let's go to 16 again. And we'll go down to G. Maybe A. So I'm feeling it. There we go. I like the A sharp. Push that one right there. Put this one back at C. I think I want to actually hold this out for a little bit longer. So we're going to get rid of that. Do it for 32. This should be regular A. I'm just kind of rambling, I'm sorry. No, not quite right. I'm mostly going off ear. It's a bit. I might actually switch to the tone. Just because I feel like this is giving me. Let's turn the punch off. Oh, I like that better. There we go. Yeah. That's what I want. And I want this one to be. Let's go with G sharp. A. This one's an A, right? No, it's G. Alright, I think that is just to give us some nice, like some sub bass to just have that layer of bass at the bottom. A lot of my ambient stuff, I like to just have deep sub bass layers. I just feel like it grounds it out really well, and it creates a nice effect. Now, the last time I did ambient on the model cycles, I didn't really use any drum patterns. What I did was I had basically this setup. I had chords here. I just want to change it a little bit now. Make them a little bit softer. Turn the sweep down. Ooh, there we go. I wish I could put the LFO on multiple parameters. Maybe there's a way to do it, but as far as I can tell, there's really no way to have the LFO affect more than one thing at once. Because I would like the LFO to do color and sweep, you know, just I feel like you get a really cool, very lush effect. It's just one of the limitations of the model cycles, as far as I know. Maybe there's a way to do it, and I'm just not good enough at it. Let's get some tones. So one of the things I did last time I did ambient, I had 4 tracks. I think I had like a what's it called? A perk, tone, and some chord. I just had like different sound generators here, each playing different pitches. And I would just turn each pitch knob separately, and I would get different chords that way. I don't think I want to do that again. I believe that track is on YouTube. It should just be a Model Cycles Ambient Jam if you want to go check that out. But I think we're going to stick with a tone generator. I might do something similar for at least 1 or 2 of the tracks. But I think I mostly want to keep things a little bit more... I want some drum layers to some degree. So let's see what to do. We could do a little arpeggio. Oh, an arpeggio could be really fun. Arpeggios are a pain in the butt to get set up. Let's turn the decay down, the shape down quite a bit. And let's just see. Let's see what works. I forget which chords we're actually working with right now, and I don't have enough theory knowledge to... Nope. F. So that works. We're just going to copy paste that. And we're going to do that same thing again with some different notes. Let's see. We got the same chord on these 2, but I still feel like I want some difference. Maybe we'll do something different on the second half of the second page. I'll leave the C the same. Put this in F. Go to G. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Gotta stretch a little bit. I kind of like that effect. Okay, let's do that again. Let's actually, yeah, I've got this one. Ooh, see, that's the continuity. I like it. I think for the last 4, we'll do something different here. Go up to a B. Could be kind of fun. Just go up a little bit. Actually, go up to D there, I think. Didn't like that one. Okay. Undo things a little bit. But I like that one. Boosh. Boosh, 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 boosh. I think I'll just copy. Let's see how that sounds. Some delay, some contour. So nice. It's so nice. I love, one of my favorite things about the model cycles, it's so intuitive. It's a little bit difficult to get used to some of the things. I mean, you've only got 4 knobs to really like change the major characteristics of the sound. The decay knob, obviously, you can do quite a bit with. But as far as like actual like sound design goes, you've really got these 4 knobs here: color, shape, sweep, and contour, to really shape your sound. but it does a really good job of giving a lot of variety in those 4 knobs. It takes a lot of like, you know, kind of practice and experimentation to figure out what works and what doesn't. But it's very experimental, and like figuring out what knobs work well with other knobs is just it's very cool. And now that adds like some noise. I don't know exactly what the knobs do to the sound. I could give you a rough explanation of each knob, but I'm not really the person qualified for that. I make things that hopefully sound good, and if they don't, oh well, I tried. And okay, so we got the arpeggio. We can make that really short real quick. And then we've basically got a drum pattern there. But I think I want some like randomized perk fills. For the time being, let's do something with the perk. I don't usually work with the perk engine just because I'm not as familiar with it. So let's do that. Let's give myself an excuse to try things out. Give it a bunch of reverb. Reverb is, you know, how do you make ambient music? Max reverb. I feel like the delay is a bit too fast. Too slow. That's the other thing I kind of wish there was, and I might be missing something, but just trying to dial in the right amount of delay time is just kind of difficult sometimes, since it's just a knob from 128 to 0 or 1. I like that one though. You know, you just gotta play it by ear. It's a way of doing it. I think it does provide some benefit in that like you don't get as tied up in the numbers of things, because I feel like that's quite distracting. And it's actually one of my favorite things about the the mini Logue, is that it doesn't give you any like number representation of what parameters you're doing and changing. It's just, how does it sound? How does it make me feel? And I think it's a really cool, and it's much more personal to me as far as making sounds. Like on the ramble, we're gonna set this track chance, and just see what this does for us. So we'll just do a 16, all the ones. It's a bit much, but you know, just. I don't really want it to be, I want it to be a very background effect. See, I kind of like where this is going, where it's just kind of in the background. I really had no plans for this beat. I was just like, I feel like making something ambient on the motorcycles. Okay, so now I've got some drums. I guess I should go for some drones. Some drones might be good. The way I've done drones in the past, one of the ways I've done it is by doing an infinite trigger like that, and then only having it start on the first bar. Let's see, where is that? First, where is that? First, there we go. Because it'll like re-trigger it and kind of mess with things. Also, I put this on the wrong page. Don't be dumb like me. Just do things right. We're on tone. Yeah, tone. Ooh, that sounds like crap. Let's see. I really don't want this to be in our faces at all. I kind of like that. Put some more reverb on it though. Playing the pitch knob as like the key, like as an instrument, is, I think it's a really cool way of like creating just pitch variation. Can I make this even less? And I think one of the keys with making ambient music and keeping the listener interested in the music is with the pitch knob, or not, just not the pitch changes in general, because the human ear picks up on pitch changes much more than like just that change. Like, that's not an obvious change. Granted, it's kind of quiet, but like that change, even though this sound is in the background of the mix for the most part, your brain still kind of focuses on that pitch sound, on the pitch change rather. And I don't know, I think it's one of the keys of making interesting ambient music is with pitch variation and keeping it more interesting throughout the mix. And after I'm done with this, I'll perform on it a little bit and make a separate video of the performance. So stick around for that part, I suppose. We're only at 22 minutes right now, recording time. I don't know if I'm gonna cut any things out. That's future me decision. If I do, I'll cut this part out too. We can also put some distortion on it if we want to kind of mess with everything else. We have to be mindful of levels at that point though. And I don't really like it, so we're gonna go back and just maybe like a little bit. Leave it at there for right now. And I guess for the second we could do another drone sound just to create some kind of chord changes between those two. Now it comes to the decision of, what do we do for that? The last time I did this, I think I did the unison as like an alternate sound. Oh, should also put, now that I'm thinking about it, put an LFO on, let's see, what sounds good? Put on the gate. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's see. I want a slower change for this one. I kind of like that actually. Even slower though. Sorry, I got distracted. Other drone sound, we're going to use the chord generator, and we are going to do unison 4, and honestly, I'll probably just copy this trigger. The only issue with doing the first trigger trick is that, you can't just like mute the track. You have to like turn it down all the way. It's just one of the weird things about it. I still think it works, and it kind of creates, it forces you to do fade outs. Is this working? It's infinite. Oh, that's right. There we go. I'm struggling. So now we've got one drone, which is just like a pure tone, almost. It's not a pure tone, but it's just like one note. Then we've got this chord. It's just doing unison, but we can put some detune on it and really get some crazy effects out of it. And you know, we can kind of like create like some level of what am I thinking of? You know, like a resolution, because we can kind of stretch this, and it puts some tension in the music. And that kind of resolves the tension there. It's just a cool little way of creating some more interesting parts in like an ambient track, you know? Whatever. And I think for this one, we're gonna put it on the sweep. Again, really slow. We're going to go down to 1. Yeah. And just let it change a little bit over time. Distortion knob, but you gotta be careful with it, because it can get gritty pretty fast. The other thing you have to be careful of if you're gonna do the first trigger trick on the drone tracks, is that if you have it playing, then you can't just hit the track and expect it to work. You have to track and then select it. Otherwise, you end up canceling the sound. Actually, I think you might be able to, let's see, where's that? Just track menu. No, I don't think you can just turn the pads off. But yeah, if you just hit track and you select it, you can still get that droning effect without interrupting the sound. Anyways, I've been doing this for about 30 minutes. I've got 6 tracks. Let's go ahead and let's just play on it a little bit. We're gonna mute everything. Let's start off with chords, I think. messed this one up. Oops. Just pretend this never happened, you know? Question is, why is this one not playing now? Oh, I'm such an amateur. There we go, I got it. I figured it out, we're good. Alright, well there was some sort of jam for you. I had no clue what I was doing, full disclosure. But if y'all enjoyed that at all, there's that for you. I could probably transition from this into like a house beat or something. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. That's what I was going for. But I think I've kind of lost my focus at this point, so as cool as this is, I'm going to leave that as it is, and work on that for a later project. Thanks for watching my potentially 40 minute long video about me rambling on the model cycles. It was probably really boring, and I'm sorry. If y'all lasted for this whole 40-minute thing, props to you. I'll probably be doing something similar to this, especially because this is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds fun. I want to do something with that later. Anyways, thank you, love y'all, and bye-bye.